Hi. Okay, so today I want to talk a little bit about something called the waitlist. This is a term that 11th graders have really no idea about yet, and 12th graders, well, at least some of you probably know a little bit too much about. Schools don't just accept or reject you. They sometimes have a thing called a waitlist where they say, listen, we can't take you right now. You haven't made it in our first round of acceptances, but we want to hold on to your application because there's something that we like about you and we think we might have space later on. Different schools have different wait lists of different sizes, and you can look up recent data on US News and World Report for how many students they might have had last year and how many they accepted, but you don't have any way of knowing where you fall in that pile of maybe people. The official advice that anyone who knows anything about admissions will tell you is that you shouldn't rely on the wait list. You shouldn't put your hopes and dreams into that basket. It's a maybe some good news that you might receive later, but you shouldn't really plan on it because most of the time the waitlist acceptance rate is below 10%, and it's really very specific students that they are taking in. This is what schools do to make sure that they have a class that's exactly the right size. So if people don't show up on campus, they can take 1 or 2 or 5 kids off the waitlist to sort of fill in the gaps. You don't want to rely on them. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is that the COVID situation has changed the way wait lists are going to be working a little bit this year. And I wanted to talk about that for the people who are in 12th grade, because for you, it may end up being better or worse. We're not really sure, but I wanted to help you think a little bit about it. There is an expectation that schools are creating larger wait lists than they normally would create this year with the regular decision applicant pool because they don't really know what's going to happen in the fall. And because the wait list is what they use to make sure everything is going to be okay, that they're going to have the right number of students, you may have been put on a wait list so that they can make sure that they have enough people later on. Right? So in that sense, it's not going to be helpful for us because it might mean that the wait list is bigger than we expected. Now, at the same time as that bad news, we have a little bit of possible good news when it comes to the fact that schools may be taking more people off the wait list than they normally would, maybe a lot more. Think about how COVID is going to be affecting countries differently. You may have people from one country who are entirely unable to travel for school and lose their visa opportunities, and therefore people are going to be coming off the wait list from other countries to fill in those spaces. So, for example, if Morocco is still having major problems with COVID by the time this summer comes and Vietnam is not, a bunch of Vietnamese students may come off the wait list to fill in those gaps where Moroccan students aren't able to get study visas to go to the US. This is going to be true of American students as well. You may have more and more students who are giving up schools that they had planned to go to far away from home so that they could stay closer to where their families are. So I think there's going to be a lot more shifting around this summer than people maybe normally would see, and because of that, the waitlist is the place to get those leftover students and to make sure that your class is kind of filled in appropriately. Now, for us on this side, we have no way of predicting that, so I don't think that you should change the way that you think about your decisions or change the way that you think about where you're going to go, because we don't know what's going to happen. But I do think if one of the schools that you have previously fallen in love with has asked you to be on the wait list, that unless you've fallen out of love, you should say yes to that, because the worst thing that's going to happen is nothing, and the best thing that's going to happen is in all the shifting that happens this summer, you may actually get a chance to attend a school that originally didn't have space for you. Okay, so if you have any questions about the wait list and you haven't already come to talk to me, which many of my students have done, please send a message. We can book a Skype appointment or we can just handle it by email. I want to give you some advice about how to think about the many options that are in front of you. All right, have a good day.